Okay, so tonight I would just like to go very straight to the point. I'm feeling very sleepy. In fact, my eyes are red. I've been on the screen like all day. I've been busy. My eyes are red. Okay, so for me today, I was just working on a piece, and one thing I want to mention tonight that it's kind of a lesson, or let me say, not really a lesson, but just is what we know. All right, it's nothing new. It's just a reminder that no one is designed to exist alone. That's one thing that I learned today, even though a lot of things happened and all of that, but that's just one thing that really stand out for me today, which is no one can really exist alone. No one was meant to exist alone. No one can survive alone. In fact, when God created Adam, he said it was not good. It was not good for him to be alone. It was not good for a man to be alone. So it's just so that made me to start examining the kind of relationships I have with my families, friends, and I begin to see the beautiful parts of it and appreciate all those beautiful people that God has brought in my life. God has brought into my life. And I'm like, wow, see how this person came through for me in this area. See how God used this person for me in this area. In fact, the most beautiful, interesting part is that, no matter what we pray about or what we pray to God about, is always man in 95% of the time that God is going to use to bring that prayer to pass. So can you see that even for God to reach out to you, God needs a man. For God to answer all those lengthy prayer requests, all those long lists of prayer requests, it takes another man to bring that answer to you. So that's just one thing I really want us to hold on to today. Like, just the same way I did, can you just examine and look within and look at the beautiful relationships that God has brought your way, your family. Trust me, most times we don't even get to appreciate these people as they are, or let me say, we only get to celebrate them probably on their birthdays, and that's it. So I just want us to really appreciate the right people, the good relationships we have in our lives, destiny helpers, covenant friends, gist partners, our quick to run to friends. You always have that kind of cliques that like, let everything just go. These are the people that we just after God, let me just put it that way. like anything these are the kind of people that my phone is always quick to reach out to. So I don't want us to really not take the relationships God has given us for granted. Our parents, our siblings, and even sometimes because we are just so too familiar with them, because we've lived all our lives with them, and we don't really say any, isn't that my sister, isn't that but seriously, we really need to tell ourselves we appreciate ourselves. Like, especially in this part of the world, in Africa especially, it's not a regular thing when we tell people we love them, tell people how important they are to us, especially when it's not on their birthdays. So I want you to also look at that person that God has used at different stage of your life, because I like God has just been using men for me at different stages of my life. When I was in school, how I got to meet my husband, it was through a man. It's just somehow, God, the people God brought my way, my mentors, because you want to feel like everything you know now, everything you are, like you as a person, you have, it's a contribution of every other person that has come your way. It's a contribution of, it's a accumulation of the heads that you've come across, the contribution of wisdom that you've come across, the contribution of personality, the exposure we have, the everything. So we don't want to take people for granted. And as some people say things like, I don't need anybody. Hey, I just really hope I'm not part of those people that say I don't need anybody. We all need one another. We all need one another. My eyes are really we all need one another. We all need one another. So that's just a very brief one for tonight. Okay, we all need one another. And if there's that special person you really need to reach out to, probably you've missed it with the person, your relationship is not as what it used to be, or people that you've taken for granted, but just using that as an opportunity to reach out to them. Be humble and reach out to people that God has used for you in the past. Do not be that person that just discard people and you only run to them again when you need their help. No one likes being used. No one likes being used. So that's just my word for us tonight. Alright, I really have to go now. I'm really feeling sleepy. Alright then, and good night.